Hi, Amanda. I finally got your reading drawn, and then I'm gonna read it for you. So what you got the life, love, health, and wealth. It's like a past, present, future, and those subjects. So okay, so in the past, for life, you got the 3 of air in the upright. For love, you got the explorer of water in the shadow side. For health, you got the lovers number 6 in the upright. That's something about choices. And then wealth, you got the 4 of water on the shadow side. So those were all past. And I'll read from the book. Life overall, 3 of air. You are caught up in a whirlwind of thoughts and feelings, either positive or negative. What rushes through your mind? What ideas, memories, or scenes replay themselves in your head over and over again? Use the tools of the writer to release these ideas and emotions onto the page. Consider keeping a journal as a tool for self-exploration and understanding. The affirmation: insights emerge as I document my thoughts and feelings as words. Now for the past love, you have the explorer of water on the shadow side. Past love position. There is a tendency to be lost in fantasies. I'm going to hold it in the upright. You know how I do it. Or emotional extremes. Someone may be addicted to substances or to the experience of the next spiritual high without grounding it in the physical world. Someone may be feeling spiritually superior to others. Be careful about respecting other people's boundaries and make sure you have strong boundaries of your own. The affirmation: I am riding the deep waves of joy and peace in my life. Now for the past health position, you got number 6, the lovers, in the upright. It's time for you to look deeply into your heart and ask yourself if you are living a life full of passion and love. So this may be something you've already gone over in the past. What gives you deep joy and fulfillment in your life? Whatever it is, are you pursuing it? When you are living an authentic life, pursuing your deepest passions, it is easy to love yourself and then to love others. The beloved appears in many guises: a romantic or erotic lover, a friend, a life partner, family members, animal companions, the natural world, an art or craft or profession, God or goddess. All these can be the beloved. All these are deserving of our wholehearted love. Giving and receiving love is our natural state of being. It's interesting that this is in your health column. Giving and receiving love is our natural state of being. Remember also that your sexuality is sacred in whatever way you choose to express it. All acts of love and pleasure are my rituals, the lady says to you. Above all, be true to yourself and behave ethically with your lovers. Often this card appears when there is a choice to be made. The lovers call upon you to always follow your heart's desire. So hopefully that's what you did in the past. The soul lesson themes: passion, heart's desire, follow your bliss, choice, sexuality, love, union of opposites, balance, reciprocity, cooperation, partnership, sacred marriage, self-love, relationships of all kinds, interdependence, honor the beloved. And then the journal questions for you to write down and ponder, Amanda. What are the most significant relationships in my life? Who is the beloved to me? What is my relationship with spirit or God, goddess, whoever you call your creator? What choice do I need to make? How can I make an authentic choice? What is my heart's passion? Tickle in my throat. How do I express my sexuality? What or who do I love the most? What or who would I give my heart to if I had no fear? What kind of healing do the lovers offer me? And what kind of healing can I offer the earth through the example of the lovers? The affirmation: I give and receive love with my whole heart. And then in your wealth position, 4 of water on the shadow side came up. Now this is in the past, so let's see what it says. Past. Shadow side of the 4 of water says, you may feel drained and empty, as if your own personal well has run dry. You may feel bored, lethargic, or emotionally unstable. You may not appreciate all the blessings in your life. It's time to turn all that around. Go to the water, even if it's your own bathtub. Allow the water to wash away your troubles. Your challenge is to find a way to come into emotional balance. The affirmation: I allow the sacred waters to pour peace and contentment into me. All right, now let's take a look at your present cards. Okay, so for life overall, you got the presently you're a guardian of Earth. We already knew that. Let's see what it says in the book about the guardian of Earth. The guardian of Earth tenderly examines his corn to see if it is ripe for harvest. He has planted, tended, weeded, and nurtured the plants all season long. Now it's time to cut the corn down and let it nourish his family and community. He takes great pride in his heirloom homegrown corn. He is reclaiming its sacred tradition, taking it back from giant agribusinesses who have commercialized and adulterated it. He guards and nurtures the qualities of good health, prosperity, security, practicality, and tradition. His ally is Horse, who offers the gifts of strength, power, and movement. Horse will help with the hard work of farming, yet also carries us on our journeys. In the upright, the guardian of Earth creates financial security and good health for himself and his family. He is a good steward of Gaia's resources. He builds wealth not only for personal satisfaction and comfort, but also for the good work it can do in the world. This is a powerful person who can be depended on to provide a meal, a job, caretaking, or financial support. The tangible is much more appealing to him than the abstract. There is great benefit in being intimately aligned with the earth. The affirmation: I value good health and financial security and enjoy providing for myself and my family. Now that was your present life card. Next is your present love card, which is 17, the star in the upright. That don't sound so shabby. So, here, and I'm going to read the description of this one. A time of peace and tranquility follows the lightning and storms of the previous. A woman kneels before a sacred spring filled with starlight. In her hands, she cups the waters of life. Soon she will take a deep drink and be filled with renewal, hope, and inspiration. Her body becomes suffused with light as she experiences herself at one with all beings. Above her, the Pleiades rise, those dancing 7 sisters who symbolize our heart's home. Behind her is the celestial stream between heaven and earth known as the Milky Way, where pilgrims travel from one realm to the next. Beside her, the kingfisher reminds us of the halcyon days of peace and plenty. With our inner ear, we hear a voice proclaim, I am the soul of nature, which gives life to the universe. From me all things proceed, and to me all things shall return. More than anything, the star goddess represents grace, a divine connection that is unearned and freely granted. Let us take our hope and inspiration from the star of wonder. May she remind us to offer up a prayer of thanksgiving for the multitude of blessings in our lives. In the upright, you have the opportunity to relax into a time of calm, healing, and grace. Your heart is wide open and you deeply feel your connection to Source, God or Goddess, the Great Mystery. It is a most blessed time of hope, peace, and well-being. You may experience yourself as a part of a cosmic pattern connected to everything else in the universe. This experience has been called nirvana, enlightenment, satori, awakening. Cherish this experience when it is time for you to come back to everyday life. Now is a good time to begin the practice of gratitude. When our hearts are full, it's easy to be thankful. If we begin the practice now, it will be easier to sustain when times are rough. You already know I like for you guys to have a gratitude journal before you go to bed. Do it. Follow your star, for it will guide you home. Now, you got major arcana number 7 in the health position, the canoe, which says, stay your course. Stay focused on your path. Exercise self-discipline as you work towards your goals. Set aside anything extraneous that would distract you or keep you from completing your task. What is your goal? What do you want to accomplish? This may apply to your life in the everyday world, pursuing a course of study, a career goal, a fitness plan, or a creative project. It may also apply to your inner life. Perhaps you are in a recovery program or are healing from a trauma. So this is present in health. Whatever your goal, set your intention, take your first steps, and your guides and allies will be at your side to help you on your way. Be of great courage. No matter how hard it seems, you have what it takes to succeed. The soul lesson themes: focus, determination, self-discipline, self-reliance, independence, initiation, rite of passage, working towards your goal, finding or creating your place in the world, testing yourself, endurance, success, victory, triumph, an outward journey in the world that reflects an inner journey of change. And your journal questions: what goal do I need to focus on? What path am I on? Where or how do I need to exercise self-discipline in my life? How can I move forward with confidence? Am I making progress on my journey? What does success mean to me? What will come of testing myself? How am I being initiated, and into what? What rite of passage does this initiation signify? When or how in my life do I feel victorious or triumphant? What or who is helping me on my journey? Have I found my place in the world, or am I still seeking it? What kind of healing does the canoe offer me? What kind of healing can I offer the earth through the example of the canoe? The affirmation: by focusing on my goal, success is mine. And then last is wealth for your present. Present, you have the 3 of fire. So let's see what that says. Sounds like kind of exciting. A woman dances with billowing scarves as a blazing sunset turns the evening sky into an inferno. She herself blazes as well, with passion and personal power. Her crackling magical energy even draws 3 great balls of fire into her sphere. You are on fire with the joy of creativity, sexuality, and self-empowerment. Nothing will hold you back from expressing yourself with great abandonment and rowdiness. This is no time to hide your light under a bushel. Be proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. It's an exciting time for you. Who knows where your passion, creativity, and magic will take you next? The affirmation: I express my joy and passion openly. Well, that doesn't sound bad at all for a present circumstance of wealth. And then we've got the future. So each one of the future has 2 tarot, an oracle, a science of mind, and a goddess, and a Bible card. So we'll start with the tarot on the life overall future. Child of Fire was first. Let's see. There's a cat. It says, the child of fire laughs in delight as at the flames of a campfire that dance and dazzle him. Humans have gazed into flames since the beginning of time, fascinated by the warmth, radiance, visions, and even danger the fire brings. Yet all this is a wondrous discovery for each child who sees fire for the first time. His companion, the tabby cat, is as comfortable in the shadows as she is basking in the glow of the firelight. When you get this card upright, the child of fire is inspired and ready to make something happen. It's time to try something new. His enthusiasm makes him a joy to be around, and his eagerness to take chances is contagious. This person probably learns best by doing and thinking, why not go for it? There's a lot of laughter and playfulness coming into his life right now. So this is your future. The affirmation, I jump at a new opportunity. So you've got a new opportunity coming up. And then the other card in the tarot was the Two of Fire for your future life overall. Ooh. Gonna be some steamies. Let's see what it says. Two fire dancers charged with sexual attraction come close to embracing, but hold themselves back. Their torches form a blazing X between them as their challenging gazes meet. Sparks fly. Will they or won't they? When you get this card in the upright, you are suddenly and passionately attracted to a person, idea, place, cause, or project. You are lit up with a blazing energy that makes your whole life sweeter. But you don't have to act on every instance of attraction. Will the fire warm you or burn you? It's time to choose. Will you follow through on this attraction or not? The affirmation, I am empowered by my passion for life, love, and wildness. Ooh. I got a tickle in my throat on that one. Okay, now your next card is your oracle for your future of your life overall, which is oneness, breath of light. Let's see what the book has to say about that. This one, I love it. It's got the dragons and the dolphins and are those seals? I think they're seals. There's like a cracking egg. There's a volcano. It's the whole 9 yards. Breath of light. This image celebrates the good or God part in all persons, places, and things, no matter what our preconceived notions. Ooh. This is a powerful tickle in my throat chakra. This image, this is really important. I don't know. This is future. This image celebrates the good or God part in all persons, places, and things, no matter what our preconceived notions and prejudges are. It calls us to look beyond the surface impressions and externals and actively seek the common ground of the oneness of all. Make a list of the traits and things about yourself that you are most critical of and become the complete opposite, most positive version of that trait. Make a conscious choice from this time forward to embrace the highest aspects within yourself and let them shine forth. The special message: check yourself for hidden prejudges and ill thoughts about certain people in your life. You are being inspired to release these dense thoughts and replace them. It got cut off. But also, did you hear that horn blow right there at the end of that video? My mom used to say, the horn blows, does the driver? Take that how you will. Okay, let's finish this. You are being inspired to release these dense thoughts and replace them with thoughts of positive aspects and a higher frequency brought about by love. And again, this is called Breath of Light. This is your future life position oracle card, and your future life position Science of Mind card is creative thought. We must say that all thought is creative according to the nature, impulse, emotion, or conviction behind the thought. And then your life is Hera. Hera is an ancient goddess who, before she appeared as wife to Zeus in Greek mythology, was a powerful matrilineal queen in her own right. Hera is the original all-powerful multifunctional goddess responsible for every aspect of existence, a symbol of the complete woman. Among the Greeks, Hera was the goddess of marriage, a special goddess of women who accompanies each woman through every moment of her life. Her various titles point to her roles as bringer of fertility, goddess of marriage, protector of children, of women during childbirth, and of money, and presider over all aspects of public life. She was often represented with a peacock, symbolic of beauty, luxury, and immortality. The spots on its feathers reflect the starry firmament, and the peacock has knowledge of the weather, reflecting the ancient role of the goddess as bringer of the seasons. Hera is a mature, powerful goddess, combining both practicality and nurturing, a strong image of the supremacy of the queen within. And then your future life overall Bible card. Encourage one another, build each other up, and then the Lord bless you and keep you. All right. Now for the future love position, we got the Seven of Earth in the shadow, Death card in the upright from the tarot. Let's see what the book. On the shadow side, it says, you may be feeling impatient, anxious, or frustrated about meeting your goal. You may want instant gratification instead of allowing the process to unfold and mature in its own good time. Take pleasure in daily progress, no matter how small it may seem. Learn to be patient. Slow down. Now this is funny because this is your future love. Affirmation, I trust that my efforts are growing to fruition in their own good time. Okay. Hopefully that's resonating for you. And then you got the Death card in the upright. Something in your life is dying while something else is nearing its time to be born. Take the time that you need to recognize that this is a natural process, a part of the great cycle of all life. Grieve if you need to for that which is ending, whether it is a cherished dream, a relationship, or a belief system. Well, since this is in the love position, don't rush the process or deny all your turbulent feelings. Whether a literal death or the ending of a chapter in your life, death isn't pretty and it can hurt. It's painful. Whatever dies is gone, and it will never return again in the same form. Just as the dark moon gives way to the new, winter gives way to spring, rebirth will surely follow death. Releasing that which no longer serves your best interests clears the space for new beginnings and an upsurge of vitality. When you are ready to let go of grief, you will find yourself emptied out and clean and ready for the next stage of your journey. Soul lesson themes: transformation, physical death, conclusion, ending, transition, renewal. Journal questions: what is ending or needs to end in my life? How might this ending be a blessing in disguise? In what way might pruning back the deadwood or unnecessary in my life bring about a new vitality? I'm going to say that if you take care of these journal question issues, this will lead to a better future for sure, huh? What are my beliefs about death? Am I prepared for my own death? Do I have a will and other necessary end-of-life documents in place? What kind of end-of-life care do I want to have? What do I want done with my remains after I die? How do I honor that which has ended in my life? How do I remember my beloved dead? What kind of healing does death offer me? What kind of healing can I offer the earth through the example of death? The affirmation: I accept the change that death brings in order that I may receive the transformation of rebirth. And then in the future love position oracle card, you got godliness, dimensional overlap. This image celebrates the acknowledgement of the magnificence of the soul, our higher aspect, our God selves. It calls us to step up to our divine heritage of being a son or daughter of the divine and live our life in that energy of the true beings that we are. Write down your major traits and focus on the few that truly make you the individual you are. Open yourself to the uniqueness the Creator blessed you with and request the guidance to use it for the betterment of yourself and humanity. The special message: you are being inspired to open your heart to yourself. Circumstances and challenges have left you not feeling good about yourself. Know that your true nature and being is of God, and nothing can ever be big enough to cast a shadow on that. Walk in the truth that you are a child of the divine. Awesome. Next, your science of mind and the future love position. It is necessary that we release all thoughts as well as things that clutter up our lives. The tickle. Love goddess, Arianrod. A matriarchal Welsh triple moon goddess, both virgin and mother. Famed for her beauty, she may be identical to the Cretan moon goddess, Ariadne. Like all moon goddesses, she has a special love, concern, and responsibility for all life, especially for the green growing things of the earth. One derivation of her name is High Fruitful Mother who turns the wheel of the heavens. The other is Silver Wheel. Her name tells us her role as keeper of the heavens and of the cycles and changes of time. She lives in a castle in the Corona Borealis, where she watches over souls in a purgatory filled with beings awaiting rebirth. Arianrod, keeper of time, giver and nurturer of life, shows us the universality and cyclicity of our lives. She is there to nurture us through the dark night of our soul changes. Wow. And then you got, for the Bible card, future love position, faith, hope, love. But the greatest of these is love. And then you got, those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. And that's from Isaiah. Okay, now we have future health. You got the 10 of Earth in the upright, and the Sun card in the upright for the tarot. So let's see what that means. Something you thought had ended in your life is beginning to burst forth with new shoots. Perhaps it is the wisdom of your parents and your ancestors that you pass along to those who come after you. It may also be that the long journey to see your work succeed is finally paying off. What do you consider to be great wealth? It has been said that what we have done for ourselves alone dies with us, but what we have done for others remains. In what ways does your work support and sustain others? The affirmation, I know that my life's work will benefit the coming generations. Oh, how nice. And then you got the Sun, number 19, Major Arcana. Oh, it was in the upright though. So, it says, from the shadows of the moon, we move into the clear light of day. A woman dances for joy at the peak of the sun's power at noon on summer solstice. Even the sunflowers behind her are radiating happiness. As she dances, she experiences the sensation known as flow. She is so focused and engaged in her dancing that she loses all sense of self in the passage of time. She has learned how to create happiness for herself by living a life of purpose and by sharing her joy with others. There is no hidden agenda here, no sadness or darkness or stress, just the sheer joy of being alive. When you get this card in the upright, you may find a big smile on your face. With a huge burst of energy, your spirit is shouting out a great big yes. You are healthy, energetic, and enthusiastic with a warm and generous heart. It is your time to shine in the world. Perhaps you have accomplished a long-term goal or are receiving accolades and attention for the good work you've done. Perhaps you have begun to notice the small moments every day that make you happy. On some level, you have chosen to be happy and have created a life that supports it. Now is the time to engage with family, friends, and community. Step into the flow of creativity or other favorite activities where worry and self-consciousness cease to exist. When our hearts are open, it is easy and a great pleasure to share and be of service. Celebrate and get out and play in the sunshine. Sing, dance, make love. Let your creativity run free. Shine on. The soul lesson themes: happiness, joy, consciousness. Out in the open, nothing is hidden. Being the center of attention. Vitality, good health, celebration, radiance, enthusiasm, illumination. The journal questions to write down and ponder. Where do I find happiness? How do I create happiness in my life? When do I experience flow? What am I celebrating? How have I achieved success? What brings me joy? How do I share my happiness with others? What is now completely clear? What kind of healing does the sun offer me? What kind of healing can I offer the earth through the example of the sun? The affirmation, I choose to make a life that creates happiness for myself and for others. Next card for future health is your oracle card, which is Passion, Angel Light. Oop, the wind is blowing my cards away. It's funny because the wind changed to the opposite direction where it was blowing. This image celebrates love, beauty, joy, and our divine connection with all that is. It is calling us to radiate these blessings to everyone and all things around us. Try to find love in all that you do. Give 5 people a sincere compliment every day. Extend a helping hand to someone who needs it. Do something special for a friend or family member, or pay a toll for a stranger. Whatever it is, give it in the true spirit of love. The special message, you are being inspired to open your heart even wider. Little petty nuisances, irritations, and negativities pinch off the flow of your incredible loving energy. For the best health, then, let go of the stuff and shine like the being of light you truly are. Your Science of Mind card says, look at love. If we look at love long enough, we shall become lovely, for this is the way of love. And then your goddess card for your future health is the Valkyrie. The bird goddess is one of the most ancient goddesses, both a life-giving creator and goddess of death and regeneration. The Valkyrie, a northern European goddess, is a representation of this goddess as death wielder. The bird guise of the Valkyrie is that of the raven, long associated with death and magic. The name Valkyrie means chooser of the slain. The face and form of the Valkyrie are the last thing a person sees before death. Valkyries are psychopomps who lead the soul to the afterworld. For ancient people, death was a part of a cyclical process leading again to rebirth. Black was a positive color, a symbol of fertility and abundance. The Valkyrie represents that part of us that is unafraid of the dark places. She can lead us into and through them. She reminds us that seeds germinate in the darkness, that sometimes we need darkness in order to grow. And then the health Bible verse, I have loved you with an everlasting love, from Jeremiah. And then just love. Love is the best healing. We already knew this. Last but not least, your wealth for the future. Now, the first card you got in tarot was the bindweed card, and then the 10 of fire. Let's see what the book has to say. The devil, life out of balance. The bindweed card depicts a life lived desperately out of balance. The figure is in despair, bound to his own addictions. He sees no way out. His internal struggle is reflected in the world around him, where non-native invasive plants and birds crowd out native species, causing a severe imbalance in the ecosystem. Although bindweed flowers of the morning glory family look lovely and pristine white, the plant runs rampant, curling itself around the stems and branches of healthy plants until they wither away for lack of sunlight. In the sky behind the figure, a flock of starlings swoops by, decimating the habitat of native birds. More starlings chatter with each other above the figure like voices in his head that won't go away. Will the figure break out of his bonds? Will he find his way back to health and harmony? When you get this card in the upright, ask yourself what holds you in bondage. What in your life or around you takes more than its fair share of attention, energy, and life force? What are the roots of despair? What lies are being told and believed? Bindweed warns that someone is playing power games resulting in domination and control. Awareness is needed. Ignorance leads to fear of the unknown. The inability to love leads to isolation and depression. When addictions, whether they are drugs, alcohol, sugar, shopping, TV, video games, computer time, or any other drug of choice, run loose in our lives, they create chaos. Immediate action is called for in order to restore balance. The soul lesson themes: life out of balance, materialism, free yourself, addictions, ignorance, despair, bondage, limitations, oppression. The journal questions: what holds me in bondage? What is out of balance in my life? What gets too much of my time and attention? What are my own shadow aspects that I deny or fail to acknowledge? When have I been less than truthful to myself or others? Who or what do I tend to give my power away to, and why? How can I free myself of that which holds me in bondage? What kind of healing does bindweed offer me? What kind of healing can I offer the earth through the example of bindweed? The affirmation, I bring my life back into balance by breaking free of the fears that keep me trapped. Next was the 10 of fire in the upright. Does it feel like your dreams have gone up in smoke? Are you overwhelmed or burdened by loss? Remember that new seedlings grow and flourish in the ashes of a spent fire. You must release your passions and your energies, whether or not you want to, whether or not you think you're ready. It's time. The affirmation, I release what is finished and clear the way for rebirth. Future Wealth Oracle card is Peace, Guardian of the Earth Rainbow. This image celebrates humanity taking its place in the universe as peaceful, loving beings and responsible caretakers of our magnificent home, a planet we call Earth. Vow to yourself today to do your part as a peaceful, loving being. Choose to take the high road in all that you do. See yourself as an ambassador, lifting the planet's vibration to a higher, peaceful place. Special message. You're being inspired to take all your interactions you have with people today to a higher level. Express peace and understanding to them inwardly before you even open your mouth to speak. The Science of Mind Wisdom card is Infinite Good. Here and now we are surrounded by and immersed in an infinite good. How much of this infinite good is ours? All of it. And how much of it may we have to use? As much of it as we can embody. The Goddess card for future wealth, Tlazolteotl. A Toltec Earth Mother, the goddess of carnal love and desire. Like Kali in India, she is portrayed as a horrible, devouring figure, yet is also honored as a moving, creative principle. She is sometimes pictured as four sisters, the four ages of woman, who are present at the crossroads of one's life. Tlazolteotl is best known as the eater of impurities. Once in a lifetime, a person confessed her worst deeds and sins, holding back nothing. In return, the confessor received absolution. No impurity or defilement was too great to be forgiven. Tlazolteotl is that deep part of ourselves that we fear because it is so powerful and unfamiliar. Yet when we touch her through her fearsome countenance, we find absolute mercy. She is proof that anything that can overwhelm and destroy us also has the power to heal and grant forgiveness. And then your Future Wealth Bible card says, you will fill me with joy in your presence. And that's from Psalms. And then you are so loved. Whew, I hope those resonated for you and gave you some guidance for the future. Make sure you do all of your journal questions, ponder them, work them out. Do your gratitude journal, your dream journal. I'm sorry I had to cut out the shuffling part because I didn't have enough room on my phone for the whole video. I literally had to keep deleting stuff in order to keep making more segments of your video. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'm sending you all the healing and love. And I will see you next time. Get out there and love somebody.